Merry Meet Scorpio. Scorpio sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week Scorpio for all. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. My monitor is showing that we're not streaming, but I think we are streaming, so I hope that everybody can hear me. Anyway, welcome Scorpio. This is a 2-week reading for everybody, Scorpio sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Diane and the lovely I Am Her Eminence, and on Twitch is the lovely Deline. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you, Scorpio and friends of Scorpios, for joining us today for this 2-week reading. I'm reading with this Tarot del Romero, and I've already purified with this Agua de Colonia by Alvarez Gomez. You can find links to purchase each of those products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Okay, it looks like we are streaming it on my monitor. It's just the pinwheel of death, so it's saying that nothing's happening. So I'm glad that you really are able to hear me. Anyway, let's see. If you are watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you're following us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us there. And if you do watch us on replays on YouTube, remember you can always fast forward through the shuffling by using the timestamps in the video description. This does go out to a lot of Scorpios, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard the reading because it's probably not meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs, or remember that we have a general reading for all signs each and every day except for Monday, and you can find the most recent replays of all the tarot readings right on the website, arielscorner.com, arielscorner.com. And if you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're on YouTube, you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks. We appreciate your support, but mostly what we appreciate is that you're here, Scorpio, for this 2-week reading. So I'm going to just close this window on my computer because it's bugging the crap out of me, because it keeps making it look like nothing's streaming, and then I'm not focused on the reading here. All right, here we go. Let's see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Scorpios. Starting out with the Queen of Swords, wouldn't you know? Followed by the Ace of Wands, yay, and then the 8 of Swords. This is a mixed bag, Scorpio. The Queen of Swords seems like she's been kind of getting a hold of you lately, and it happens to all of us. I was just in Queen of Swords land the other day. And you know, the Queen of Swords is that part of the personality that wants to pull us off of our good. It's just one of the aspects of the ego mind that is very self-destructive and very sly and cunning in the way it's self-destructive. It usually likes to have little whisper campaigns about either ourselves or other people. It doesn't really care. She doesn't care whether you're disregarding yourself or whether you're disregarding other people. As long as you are building a case against someone, she's happy. Because what that does is it turns you away from your spiritual work. It turns you away from the work of your soul, and it wastes your time, and that's fine by her. She loves it when we waste our time and we delay our progress, especially if she can get us to do it by getting real bitchy. Now, if we're getting too bitchy and we say, well, I don't want to be like that, then, you know, another one of her tools is the just kidding tool. Oh, I'm just joking. It's just a little sarcasm. No, sometimes a little joke and a little sarcasm is fun. So it's not always Queen of Swords, but you'll know the difference. You can always tell the difference. So just be aware that she's not really out front with the way that she likes to play inside of our minds. She likes to be sly and cunning. And don't be surprised if you notice just your speech patterns through the day, that she gets a hold of you sometimes. And all you need in order to disentangle from that is to call her on it. And you don't even need to interact with the Queen of Swords directly. You just need to name it. I just call it Queen of Swords. You can call it anything you want. But I notice myself doing that, and I say, haha, Queen of Swords, and that's it. it's done. As soon as you know Rumpelstiltskin's name, you've got power over Rumpelstiltskin. Same thing goes with anything like that. As soon as you know that the Queen of Swords is doing her thing, and you name her, she loses her power in that moment. So just noticing is all you need. You definitely don't have to get into a conversation or a fight with that part of your mind. This is the star of the show, though, this Ace of Wands, and that's what she's trying to distract you from. She doesn't want you to be getting all involved in whatever this amazing creative pursuit is that's starting for you. Whatever this is, for some of you, it is creativity, like on its own, like artistic or musical, things like that. But for many of you, it's more maybe business or job, career, that kind of thing. Whatever it is, whatever this creative energy, this burst of creative energy and work in the world has the potential to be life-changing for you. And anything that wants to be life-changing, the ego says, well, let's destroy that if we can. That doesn't sound good. Ego's always programmed to self-destruct. So when we're starting to possibly get successful, it gets a little activated. And so very frequently when things like Queen of Swords gets activated, I look at it as a good sign. I look at it as like a good thing, because something good must be happening. Otherwise, they would be just like, carry on. If I'm already self-destructing, Queen of Swords doesn't need to do much except for just kind of give me some, support. But if I'm really getting a lot of Queen of Swords activity out of the blue, to me, that means, wonder what she's up to. I wonder what's going on that's so good, right? And that's what's going on here. Now, the Eight of Swords is part of what the Queen of Swords does is gets you to not focus on what's important and focus on something else through repetitive, almost obsessive sometimes thinking. So notice if you start to get into thought loops today, Scorpio, if you start to get into thought loops about something that's really annoying, especially, or resentments, or even stuff that's distracting and unnecessary. And if you notice that you're obsessing over anything at all, you need to break it. Now, I love that off switch technique. You can search Gatoga off switch in YouTube, and you can find that technique. If you don't know how to use it, you'll learn about it in like a minute. It's a very short video. And use that technique, or if you have something else that you like to use, fine, over and over again to shut down that obsessive thinking, because again, it's the ego trying to distract you from something wonderful. And it's going to be so different for each of you. But this is something very, very powerful and very wonderful that's in the works for you. So don't let the ego mind distract you from it whatsoever. And when you notice that ego mind being active, take it as a good sign that something's up. Something good is up. Ooh, look at you. Ace of Swords. You got two aces. Eight of Cups. Wonderful. And the Four of Cups. Wow. This is actually not a mixed bag. I take that back. It looked like a mixed bag just because the ego is trying to shut some stuff down, but I don't think it's going to be successful, especially now that you know about it. If you didn't know about it before, this Ace of Swords says that you already have a lot of power over those parts of your mind, that you already are doing the right thing. And this Four of Cups and this Eight of Cups, well, first of all, let's talk about the Eight of Cups. That's your intuitive faculties. And listening to that rather than the Queen of Swords is the name of the game. Shutting her down, whether she's being, bitchy Miss Thing, or whether it's obsessive thinking, just shutting that down over and over again is a really, really powerful use of your time, because that opens the way for you to be guided by this intuitive faculty within you. And where it's guiding you is pretty supreme, is very wonderful. Whatever this Ace of Wands is all about, I think each of you probably know what that is. If not, it should be revealed soon. But it's some kind of creative idea that you've had, or plan that you've been having, thing that you've been wanting to start. It's a good one. It's something to be followed. You're on absolutely the right track. Now, it's telling you that if you don't have a very kind of clear-cut spiritual discipline of some sort, you want to get one. it doesn't need to be complicated. Something simple is even good, but something that you can definitely do every single day, whether it's meditation, visualization, journaling, whatever your thing is, to have a real definite spiritual practice that you can commit to. Because what that does is it primes your mind for this intuition, and it also primes your mind to be less susceptible to the ego, so you don't have to always be combating it, so that it's a lot easier for you. So getting into some sort of daily meditation, daily, prayer work, whatever it is, and making sure that it's something that's regular. What that does, this is a Jupiter card. So what that does is it puts order in your spirituality and in your inner world. And wherever there's order that we established, Jupiter comes in and expands that part of our lives. So wherever the expansion needs to happen, it's saying it'll happen from the inner world to the outer world. And in order for that expansion to happen, you need to have some order in your inner world. And the easiest way for you to get that is just to have some simple spiritual practice that you do every day. It doesn't need to be complicated. It really doesn't need to be time consuming, none of that. Just something you do every day. Like Julia Cameron in The Artist's Way, she has the morning pages. If that's what you do, that's fine. That's your spiritual practice. If you like to do the magic minute like I teach for my meditation, that's fine. That's your spiritual practice. Maybe you like to do Psalms every day. Whatever it is, make sure that it's something, at least for the next couple of weeks, that you can do the same kind of thing every day, so that it's almost a ritual. It's not something that you're creating each day new necessarily, at least for now. It's something that's more rote, that's something that's more routine, that's as routine as brushing your teeth and things like that. What that does is it puts your mind in the routine of being open to the intuitive powers within you, so that you are fertilizing this little, what may start out as this little sprout that's going to turn into a whole forest for you, whatever this creative jolt that you're having lately. It just is amazing, and it really looks life-changing to me. So this is an important couple of weeks. If you can keep your mind really focused on the good and really getting that spiritual practice together and keeping it going, what that does is it's like fertilizing the ground for all of this success, And it also makes it so that the Queen of Swords doesn't have really any place to bother you. And when she does bother you, it's easier for you to recognize her and shut it down, because you're so acclimated to a spiritual practice. You are in the midst, and you have been in the midst of victory for a while. So this 2 weeks is part of a much larger pattern that you've been going through of victory over obstacles, many, many obstacles. And this is maybe the whole year is kind of dedicated to that. Maybe for some of you that started maybe around your birthday, even if you're a Scorpio sun sign. So there is this idea that there's this long-term victory that's going on, and so this is sort of the heart of that. And one of the spokes of that victory wheel that you're on is this creative pursuit, or this job, or this career, whatever it is, this work in the world that's very life-changing for you and potentially for a lot of other people too. So keeping your mind focused, keeping that intuition open, having that daily spiritual practice, so that you're not so easily succumbing to the Queen of Swords or any of those ego thoughts, and you can really move forward with whatever this is fearlessly and wonderfully. It's just a beautiful, beautiful reading. All right, good job. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Diane, I Am Her Eminence, and Delene, and we will see you in 2 weeks for another reading, Scorpio. Until then, blessed be.